Hi guys, and welcome back to Switch Up.
Right, today we're going to have a look at some of the games that are coming next year.
Yep.
Those that have been confirmed so far for a 2020 release. Not all of them necessarily have a confirmed date.
Yeah.
They are 2020, and we'll see what's coming.
Lovely, let's get into the list. Okay, first game on the list, we're going to get the big boy out of the way, and that is Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, is that what they're going to call it?
For now at least, yeah.
Okay, so I've heard a little bit of chat online about how this is going to be a darker version of Zelda, similar to how, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask,
yeah.
They're thinking, I think it was actually Woods, but even Mumps who said he reckons it's going to be a darker version. Do you think that'd be a good thing?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I mean, I was saying that I preferred Ocarina over Majora's Mask personally, but I did love the premise of that kind of impending doom, 3 days to fix it, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm always on board for something a little bit darker.
Yeah, and it's nice just not to rinse and repeat the same old formula.
Absolutely, yeah. I wonder how much of the world they'll redo if that's the case. Whether it will just be the same world but made darker, or whether they'll, create something new.
Yeah, there you go. Let us know in the comments what you're thinking of that one.
Next then, another Nintendo release, we have Animal Crossing New Horizons, I believe it's called, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Which is slated for a March 2020 release as it stands at the minute. Have you played much of Animal Crossing over the years?
I worked in Game back in the day, which is the UK's equivalent of GameStop, I think. And there used to be a manager there, and that's all he ever played.
Oh, okay.
Like, all he ever played. I remember him saying he was sick, and we found him in a cupboard, just playing. And it's like, you're my boss. You can never sack me. What about you?
I've played a fair bit of it. I played the 3DS one.
Yep.
New Leaf, I think it was called. Quite a lot when it first came out. Actually, that was a game I bought digitally, which is for me is not something I do very often at all. Just so I could play it, quick and easy every day. And for me, it's the game that it hooks you in. But while you're playing it, sometimes while you're pulling up weeds, you are thinking, "Why am I pulling up?" But you'll still do it. Do you know what I mean?
We also buy your unwanted items.
Okay then, next up we have Doom Eternal, which I know a lot of people are looking forward to, aren't they? Well, this was delayed, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Yeah, so don't get that, this was delayed at the end of this year, I believe it was supposed to drop.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
And they took Doom 64 with it as well, which is annoying.
Yeah.
So it looks like they've taken the old formula that we all know and love, they've stuck a hook shot in there, they've stuck some damage models for the different parts of enemies, so you can shoot arms and legs and heads off, which is always a good addition.
It is, yeah.
And other than that, just a good one to look out for, really.
Well, Doom, when it came over to the Switch, was one of the first games I would say that showed what the Switch could do.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect,
No.
to be fair, but it was a good port, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It ran really well, didn't it? Everyone was like, what?
Yeah.
What is this magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, another great game to look out for. And that is slated to drop again in March. So we're going to get one of those months, aren't we?
Sounds like it,
It's going to go mad. Number 4 this time is a game called Gods and Monsters that's from Ubisoft, and it's really nice to see them finally doing something different. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Assassin's Creed as much as the next person, but you can clearly see that, well, you can clearly imagine they're getting frustrated with creating the same IP over and over again. And the developers have focused heavily on games like Zelda Breath of the Wild to influence them, and it's got a Greek mythos kind of surrounding that whole thing. This looked really interesting. We saw it at E3 2019. We haven't heard anything since, but the 2020 release date stayed the same.
Yes. Yeah.
So well worth it.
I don't know much about this one other than those little strands, but I do love Greek mythology. Anything set around that.
He does.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Sounds really good.
When heroes need help, they turn to the gods. gods need help, they turn to you.
Okay, next up then we've got Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise. Now, the first Deadly Premonition was a stealth drop on the Switch a few months back, but it was a game that was originally on the Xbox 360 and potentially PS3, I'm not sure. I had it on the 360 a while ago now, to be fair. So this is a new game. It links to the old game story-wise. I haven't played the old one for a good while, since it first came out, but fingers crossed I'm getting it for Christmas. So it'd be nice to refresh my memory a bit and then get ready for the new one. So as far as I understand, you're starting a new case and then it links somehow back to that case in the first game. I'd be interested to see what it controls like, whether we're sticking with the old tank controls, clunky feeling of that first game, or whether we're moving forward, refreshing it. But either way, I'm very much looking forward to it.
When FBI agent Aaliyah Davis opens an investigation into an old serial killer case, she also opens a door to the unknown. A door that also takes us back to New Orleans, 14 years ago.
Excuse me?
Here, our story follows an FBI agent who goes by the name of York.
Zach, it looks like
The journey between past and present will take Aaliyah and York on a...
Next up, we've got the game No More Heroes 3 from Suda51. Now, this was a sequel that was really requested by the fans for a long time, and then we saw the release of Travis Strikes Again.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, which got kind of muted responses.
I haven't played that one.
But this again takes a lot of the fast-paced action from the earlier titles and hopefully builds upon it. We saw the trailer for it in the Game Awards, where they awarded games like this. You've won Game of the Year. Okay, next. Awful. Awful. Did you watch any of it?
I didn't see any of it, no.
It's unbelievable. It was literally. She was like, right, okay, so we got an advert for this product. Let's all look at that. Game of the Year. Right, okay, we got another advert. It was unbelievable.
Man.
But it was cool, but no Keanu Reeves turning up. And
That's always a disappointment.
very disappointing. John Wick 12. Let's go.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about taking it over, duh! Do it!
Right, next game then is Trials of Mana. Now this is a remake of Seiken Densetsu 3, which was the third in the Mana series.
Okay.
Which never came out of Japan back in the day. It was on the Super Famicom, but has since been part of the collection of Mana that came out recently.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So this is an updated version, so it goes for a 3D action adventure style as opposed to the top-down look of the original, pixelated look of the original. We played a little bit of this at EGX recently.
Oh, did we?
Well, I did at least. You
Yeah.
were playing, oh dear me, what's that game you like? Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
Yes.
I was playing Silk Song.
You were playing Silk Song and I was having a go on Trials of Mana. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
Having waited that long for that game to leave Japan, to have it twice in the space of a few months. It's like buses, isn't it? But, so yeah, this is April the 24th, I think.
24th,
24th of April, yes.
Very cool. The only other time I've seen that done well was actually a mobile port of Final Fantasy 3.
Oh, and they turned it into that
They turned it into a
style?
3D top-down style. It was really nice, actually. Decent little game back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I do love the top-down pixel look, but I'm very intrigued to see how this plays.
Another title that everyone's going to be looking forward to, I think, is probably Bayonetta 3. Because this is the first original. The 1 and 2 had already been out, hadn't they, on Wii U?
1 came out, again, Xbox 360, PS3 possibly back in the day.
Yeah.
It did well, but it wasn't revered as such. And then it was brought to the Wii U along with a new sequel.
Right.
And they were bundled together.
Okay.
And yeah, this is a new game.
There's no real information about it at the moment, but it looks like they're just going to, as they always do, draw an end to the trilogy, you reckon, and start something
I'm
new?
assuming it's just going to be bigger and better, isn't it? They're going to, they're going to ramp it up to 11. Right, next one then. This is one, let's be honest to say it before we even start, that may well slip back into another year, but it's Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
Now, the Metroid Prime, or trilogy as it is at the minute, were games that started on the GameCube and then were ported onto the Wii, 1 and 2, and 3 was obviously a new game for the Wii.
Yeah.
I haven't played a lot of the Prime games. I've played a huge amount of Metroid over the years, but more so the kind of the older, more traditional exploration-based ones. Super Metroid was my favourite, by a country mile. But I do enjoy the Prime games. So they're first person.
Yep.
Now the first one was on the GameCube.
Yeah.
As was the second one, and then they went across to the Wii.
Did they have motion
I was
controls?
just about to say they included motion controls. Yes, there was a Metroid Prime trilogy that was released. It's quite rare now to find physically.
Okay. Next one is Blizzard's latest venture, Overwatch 2, which isn't a huge surprise, let's be honest. I think it's quite a surprise to see it instantly announced for the Nintendo Switch, though.
Yeah.
It shows a good change in kind of attitude towards the Nintendo's little console. They're refocusing the game. If you've played things like Destiny, where you're cooperatively fighting against other things, it looks like they're refocusing so that it's more of a co-op experience against the computer. And then when you do PvP, you build up your character to then go out into co-op. So it's completely changing, really, the focus of the game.
Right.
If they do it right, it'll be brilliant. It'll be great, because co-op can be amazing if it's done right. And let's be honest, it extends the life of the game, because they can add little, different worlds, because it's all based on the city, and you do different missions within this city.
Right. Okay.
So they can just add, different regions, different districts. Sounds like a bit of a money-making scheme, but I'm sure it'll be a good game.
I've never played Overwatch. There are certain, you were kind of just saying it in the last segment, funny enough, but there are some games that you know about. It's not that you're oblivious to them, but you just never played them for whatever reason.
Yeah.
One city at a time.
Great stuff. So that's part 1 of our upcoming 2020 games to look out for list. There's going to be a part 2 and
certainly
maybe a part 3.
Part 3, yeah.
Let us know down in the comments the titles that you're most looking forward to. I would quite like to do something like a JRPG or an RPG upcoming list, things like that, make it a bit more specific. But yeah, let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely right. Any that you're looking forward to, as Mark said, and we'll be sure to include them in a coming up part.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to our patrons, as always, for your continued support. And until next time, happy gaming. I don't think I've ever said happy gaming on a video before. That's a first, just before the year.
Say it in a high-pitched voice to sound better.
Behave yourself, yeah.
No, a big thanks to our patrons. We've actually had quite a few new join us, which is amazing.
Yes, and your names will be in the next video we do, just so you know.
Good man, nice one. For all things Switch all the time, keep it Switch up. Cheers, guys. Say it, they're all saying it with me. Ready?
Okay,
see ya!
I haven't got any of those. That's what I want for Christmas. Bet! For Christmas, I want a load of awesome t-shirts with computer game basically references on the front. Ones that are better than Glenn's. Right? Because he keeps wearing these amazing t-shirts. It's making me look bad. On that note, I've gone for plain blue.
I haven't even busted out the Cuphead one yet.
You having a laugh? Cuphead t-shirt? Probably a limited run, isn't it? Ridiculous.